Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm James, also known as SpinXO, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the newly released game Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we're going to do a quick comparison to the old game Friday the 13th. Not by any means I'm trying to compare and say that these games are completely the same. Obviously they're not. They're two different franchises in the same genre, but they are made by the same company, which is Good Media, newly known as Good Interactive. Without any further ado, let's get straight into this video. What we're going to be talking about first is the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You actually have three family members. You've got Leatherface himself, also known as Bubba, for you guys that play Dead by Daylight. We've got the Hitchhiker and we've got the Cook. We've got Sissy and Johnny, depending on what killer you use. Here's a little quick overview of how the game works if you haven't played it yet. You spawn into the basement with all four survivors, also known as the victims. The victims actually have to be quiet and stealthily get out by getting tools. You can also get another tool called Bone Scrap. What this will allow you to do is you can get bones from the ceiling. You can cut them down so the killers don't get alerted. Or you can use the scrap and stab them in the back, or you can immobilize Grandad or Grandpa. Once you've got the tools, what you can do is you go to one of the doors selected in the basement. Once you open the door, the killers will get alerted and the game will tell them that you're there. What you need to do is you go upstairs. You can go ahead and go to three different exits, which is one in the basement, which is the basement exit. You can get a fuse, you can do a little puzzle. You can get out from the basement, or you can get out from the gate from the front and the back of the map, or to the side of the map, and you turn off the generators. You open up the gate with a pick lock. And that's it, you've escaped the game, and all you got to do is just try survive from the killers. As of Friday the 13th, I'm sure you guys know, but I'm going to say anyway, all of the other players in the game will spawn as counselors, and then one person plays as Jason Voorhees. So what you guys need to do is you can call in Tommy, I think his name was, or you can call the police. You can create the car by putting the battery, the keys, and the fuel into it, and then you can drive away. Or you can go ahead and actually try kill Jason himself. You can attack the killer unlike Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The problem with Friday the 13th is that there was a long lawsuit ongoing which restricted the developers to actually create content and expand the game. But unfortunately, there's actually a quick description on Steam where it says, as of the 31st of 2023, this title will no longer be available for purchase. The game will still function to December 31st, 2024 if it's already in your game library. And then after that, the game is completely gone. It's fully shut down, and then that's it, dead. The developers couldn't even do anything to the game. The only thing that they could do was maintain the servers, and even then, they probably didn't even do that much of a good job, because every other game, you had hackers in it, and then you had overextended lobbies, and it just wasn't a fun experience for a new player. Honestly, if I was a new player and I came to the game not knowing anything about this, and I get into an extended lobby with a bunch of hackers, I'm probably not going to come back and just refund the game. Whereas, the difference with Texas Chainsaw is that the game is actually on the Game Pass, so you guys don't actually have to buy it. You only have to get the subscription. Or if you actually really want to support the developers, you can get it on Steam for like £33 to £35, I think it is. I'm not too sure. But anyway, if you're going to play the game, you're still going to support the developers either way. Honestly, in my personal opinion, although that the game's only been out for a couple of days, and whereas Friday the 13th has been out for quite some time, Texas Chainsaw Massacre takes it for me. The reason is because the game is much more scarier, unlike Friday the 13th. Although Friday the 13th was actually a really good game, and I've put like 100 and something hours into it, Texas Chainsaw is just much better for me. Much more detailed. You have to actually be stealth, and you actually have to take care in what you're doing instead of just jumping through windows, closing door and locking and putting down trap. Instead of one person being the killer in Friday the 13th, in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you got two other people with you. You can also choose what killer you want to be, which is kind of a nice feature. I'm not trying to say that Friday the 13th was a bad game by any means. Honestly, the game was actually really fun, and I'm sad that it's actually shutting down. But I'm glad that the developers have actually got an actual license where you guys can actually go ahead and play this licensed game and not worry about it being shut down. And I hope these guys can actually start bringing more DLC and actually taking care and sorting out hackers, in which they couldn't do on Friday the 13th. I think that the developers have learned from their mistakes, and they've actually gone ahead and created us a solid game which everybody can enjoy. It's only the 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but the developers did say that they actually have a big archive of content which they can actually post and put into the game for us to enjoy. Honestly, if you guys haven't played this yet, I would recommend just honestly playing this game, putting some time into it, and really do enjoy it, because Gun Interactive have really scored here, and they've actually made a good game. Don't get me wrong, I'm a massive fan of both franchises, but when it comes to the games, I definitely think that Texas it's better. Please do put in the comment section of what game you prefer and why, because that would be really nice to read. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm murdering beats like I'm possessed by an evil spirit. I'm herding these sheep like a shepherd when I'm spitting my lyrics, getting bored of all these fake guns, everyone becoming gimmicks. I'll raise you up by your feet and defy every single physic. I'm evil inside, I got demons that cry, so when I'm alone with myself I just wanna take my own life.